Can you guess what the number one asked question is by buyers considering making a purchase in one of the neighborhoods of 78704? How are the schools? Are the Austin Independent Schools any good? And that is a great question. Now, the answer, not so simple. Many of the schools in this large zip code are highly rated, but then others not so much. So it's really important to understand what you're getting yourself into if you choose to purchase a home in this area. In this video, we're going to go over some of the resources you can use to research how schools are rated. We're also going to talk a little bit about the AISD website and how you can search boundaries, transfer policies, and other relevant information. And finally, I'm going to share with you some of my personal experience having raised 3 children through the AISD public school system. A spoiler alert, my experience was actually very positive. So stay tuned. We've got some good information for you today. So the first resource that I want to share with you is actually the Austin ISD website, and it's actually quite robust. It's really easy to navigate, austinisd.org. And what you want to do is go to Our Schools, and then All Schools. And when you get there, you can find your assigned school. There's 2 ways you can do this. You can go to the Austin ISD School Finder, and we'll just use one of my listings right now to see what that is, what schools it is assigned to. That's West Hill Drive in Austin, Texas, 78704. We enter the address, and so what it does is it pulls up a map and it shows you the green are the schools your home would be assigned to. Barton Hills Elementary, way up here, O. Henry Middle School, and then Austin High School. The blue schools are other schools nearby that are not automatically assigned to your address, but that you could potentially transfer into if you desired. So this one's Zeltler Elementary, also another popular choice. Let's click on Barton Hills Elementary School. Oh, it doesn't let you do anything. Okay, so now we're going to close this out. We're going to go back to Our Schools, All Schools, and the other thing that I want to show you is the map of schools. So this is a good tool. You can go over here and click on just, I can't see this. I'm trying to, okay, there we go. Just elementary schools. And let's see here. So we click off the other schools and we'll go just to elementary schools. And then that is going to show you, if you click on this and this, over here, Barton Hills, what elementary school are you assigned to? Barton Hills attendance boundary. And then you can also go into middle school boundary, and it'll show you middle schools. There's the Barton Hills Middle School boundary, O. Henry, and then you can do the same thing with high school, the Barton Hills High School boundaries, and you can see that your school is, well, Austin High. Okay, so those are the two important tools to figure out. The first thing you want to figure out, which is what school am I assigned to and what schools am I interested in being assigned to. So you could search homes by those parameters. Another thing I want to show you about Austin ISD that's pretty cool, when you go to All Schools, you can search schools by program. And Austin ISD has a lot of innovative programs. One of the more popular programs is their dual language program, where they actually teach school in two languages. Generally, it's Spanish and English, but I believe there's a few campuses that have others. But you can go to the list of dual languages schools. Oh yeah, they have Mandarin English and Vietnamese English in a few of these schools. And then, of course, Spanish English is the more popular one. But a lot of schools in the AISD school system offer the dual language, but it's in alphabetical order here. You see Barton Hills is not one of them. So if you were interested in doing dual language, you could select a different school and apply for a transfer. Zilker does offer the dual language. So let's see what else. Some of the other programs that I wanted to show you real quick here. They have the magnet schools, and the magnet programs are also very, very popular. For middle school, they have Keeling Middle School and Lively Middle School, and then for high school, they have the Liberal Arts and Science Academy. Liberal Arts and Science Academy is actually where two of my children attended, and it's highly rated. It's actually the number one top rated high school in Texas. So if that's something, you do have to apply to be accepted, but that's a very popular program. But for the elementary schools, there's a lot of choices. I'm going to go back to, I want to go back to all schools and then show you again the map of schools. And if you look at elementary schools only, let's see, elementary schools, you can see over here, here's 78704. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elementary schools in 78704. So lot of options in 78704 for elementary. You need to go to the individual schools to see what they offer and how they're rated. I want to show you one more thing. On my home school for Barton Hills Elementary, you can click on the website for the individual school, and it will show you how they're performing on the STAR test. It will show you the demographics. It will show you their signature programs. Let's see what Spartan Hill's got going on here. Programs and services. They've got creative learning, gifted and talented, life skills, fine art, marathon kids, and music. So yes, Spartan Hills has a wonderful music program. In fact, a couple years in a row, my children got to sing at the Austin City Limits on the Austin Kitty Limits stage, which is a really big perk. People get very excited about if you're participating in the Barton Hills Choir. So lot of cool programs, specialty programs throughout Austin AISD. Just click around on these different school websites and you can see what they all offer. But yeah, so there's a lot of information on the AISD.org website, and but we're going to switch gears and go to some of the third-party sites now. So hopefully we didn't go too much down a rabbit hole there. There are, as I said, a lot of options. The way Austin Independent School District works is it gives you a lot of choices. So you're not, that the good news is you're not locked into the school you're zoned to. And I'm happy to discuss this with you directly. That's what the joy of what I do is helping people figure out what their best home is going to be, what their best neighborhood is going to be, what school they're going to be happy at. So a lot of it just takes asking questions and talking to other parents. But if you find what I'm saying valuable and helpful, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button, because I want to stay in touch, and I want to help you find your perfect Austin home. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at a few of these third-party websites, starting with niche.com, and I've got Barton Hills Elementary School pulled up, and as you can see here, they've rated it an A based on academics, teachers, and diversity. And this is basically a snapshot of the school. It tells you it has 304 students, which is actually a very small school by public school standards. Student teacher ratio of 13:1. Scroll down a little more. There's a little bit more information about the academics. One of my favorite features about this site is it has a link where you can view homes for sale in the Barton Hills Elementary School Zone. So if you know for certain that you want your home to be zoned to Barton Hills Elementary, you can click on this link and it's going to show you homes for sale in the neighborhoods that track to Barton Hills Elementary. And as you can see here, they have the boundaries just right. So I think that's a really cool feature. They also talk a little bit about the demographics of the neighborhood itself, the median household income, the median rent, the median home value. And you can see here, median home value, $893. So it's not a cheap place to live. But there are always outliers. That's a median. So there are homes for less and homes for more. Now let's take a look. Before we take a look, I want to show you guys Austin High. So let's pull that up. And whoopsie, that's not what I meant to do. I want to find Austin High. Where didn't, let's see, Austin High School. Okay, there we go. So they've rated Austin High School an A also. But as you see here, there was only 3 criteria for the elementary school, but for the high school, they have 9 criteria. And they go do a pretty big deep dive. They go from all the way from academics down to food. And I can speak from experience. The food at Austin High is not great. The cafeteria food. So if your kid goes to Austin High, they're probably either going to bring or buy their lunch from have their lunch delivered. They all love to do the DoorDash, but that's the side note. But anyway, so this just goes the same thing. It goes into some information about Austin High. It's a very big school. It has almost 2,300 students. Student teacher ratio 18-1. And then it goes into some of the rankings, some of the academics. And again, same feature where you can view houses for sale that are zoned to Austin High. Now, in comparison, where you'll remember, niche.com rated Austin High an A. I find it very interesting that we have Austin High School now rated on the other third-party website, which is GreatSchools.org. And if you'll look here, they have rated Austin High average, a 6 out of 10. So, their criteria also, though, is quite different. They're only using 4 criteria, 4 factors. And depending on what's important to you really have to look carefully at these data points, because 8 out of 10 for their test score rating, 8 out of 10 for college readiness, which are 2 pretty important things. But then they fell behind on student progress and equity, which overall brought them down to that 6. So take it with a grain of salt for what it's worth. These third-party sites, they're just one piece of the puzzle. What I recommend that people do if they really want to get a true understanding of the school is talk to other parents, talk to families in the neighborhood, go to the school, take a tour, talk to the principal, talk to the admin, see how the students are interacting in the building, interacting with the teachers, and you're going to get a much better understanding of the kind of environment that your student is going to be in when they attend one of these schools. So, but these sites are helpful. They're not 100% accurate, but they do give you a nice bird's eye view of what you can expect from the schools. It's a good starting point. So I just have a few closing comments for you and a couple of tips. We went over a lot of information today. There are some excellent choices for neighborhood schools in the 78704 zip code. With a little bit of research, you can probably find a school that you and your family will be very happy with. But it is important to do that research up front. That's one of the things that I'd be happy to help you with if you are shopping for a home in the area. Now, if you just found your dream home and it doesn't happen to zone to the school that you want to send your child to, that's okay too. We talked about some alternatives. There are opportunities to transfer to different schools within AISD. Many schools in the area are close by that are highly rated, and including, not limited to Austin ISD, but Eanes ISD is right next door. 78746 is the adjacent zip code to 78704. And as of this recording, they were still accepting transfers as well. Highly rated schools, some of the top schools in Texas. So that may be worth looking into. I do want to make a side note. If you do opt to have your child transfer out of the neighborhood school, you will be responsible for getting them to school because there will be no bus system, no public bus system anyway. So that's something to keep in mind. I know a lot of people drive their kids, do carpooling, sometimes kids bike ride. There are other ways to get to school, but just keep that in mind. And then the last thing I want to leave you with is no matter what you choose for your school, private, charter, homeschool, public school, I'm pretty familiar. I have three children that grew up in Austin, and I'm always happy to just go over some of the thoughts on your mind and help you figure out a plan. So feel free to reach out anytime.